true all this time, and it's actually you. A spade, the 4, card 51. Just one more and I'm finally done. This collector will be completely wrapping up loose ends so neatly. And what's left is a sign, it's divine, stars align when the Queen of Hearts is finally mine.
The comedic element of this is how his singing is at the detriment of everyone around him, specifically this woman that Destiny ironically keeps bringing him back to. So the music is upbeat, it's fun, it's lighthearted. In the quest for this Queen of Hearts card, it actually leads him back to this woman, and in turns, this card, which for him was just to finish this deck of cards, ends up having all this other meaning. And so, in the search for love, he ends up finding a connection with someone who has something similar to him having lost someone, her having lost her husband. That gives them the courage to seek out love again and to not, run from it because of the fear of losing someone. It was really beautiful story, lighthearted, great singing performances.
I don't see a lot of musicals, so I was pleasantly surprised to hear the singing voices. Both singer actors were excellent, and the harmonies were really well done. Clever writing, both the song lyrics and the quest plot of the film. I thought it was an effective choice to film this one outdoors in winter, which works well with the theme of being sad and lonely. Great backup instrumentals, too.
The musical bit is fun. They both have beautiful voices to add on to this short film. We're following him on his journey to essentially find the Queen of Hearts. And when he does, he's willing to do anything in order to get it, paying $50 while the gentleman is telling him it's not worth money, it's priceless. But he somehow manages to get his hands on the Queen of Hearts, which is what he's wanted. And it turns out that there's a phone number on it. And he calls it to find that no other than the other person on the other end of the line is the person fate has been crossing paths with all day, spilling coffee on and having these arguments, her calling him Bieber. It's fun. It's, a musical brings a certain type of emotion to the piece as they sing their hearts out. And we get to find out that, this Queen of Hearts is actually a very momentum piece for her. It is kind of an establishment of the night that she had met her husband, who had recently passed 3 months prior. So it kind of adds on to her character of why she is the way that she is and how this means so much to her. And for her to be reconnected and to be able to have it in her hands once again, she even breaks out into song. And they get to have this cute little moment together of a moment of healing and getting that support.
I was not expecting how this started, him bursting out into song, but I really liked it. I really liked the way they just threw the audience into this and you were with him along for this journey. His voice is so nice and so good. Musically, this entire film, I loved it. I loved the songs. I loved what they were doing. I loved how he was just breaking out into song. And when the two of them started singing together, harmonizing, it was just heaven. It was beautiful. Really, really great job with that. Loved the cinematography. I think all of the cinematography and some of the time-lapse shots were really incredibly well done. So that was superb. And the way that the film was going along, it was very, very camp, very fun.
It has a very comical nature in the sense that it really does feel like the question of what would happen if your main character from a musical were in the real world, just constantly bumping into people with his musical numbers. But it tells a really heartfelt story about love and grief, where you have two characters who are dealing with the loss of someone that they love, and they're coping through it in different ways. One by shutting themselves off from the world, shutting off their heart, and the other by distracting themselves, fixating on things to try to ease away from that pain.
It felt very Broadway-esque. It's one of those things that I loved. It was cute. It was corny. It kind of pulled you away from reality while keeping you in reality. Especially when Jill goes, "Are you seriously dancing?" Which makes it clear that musicals are bizarre, but we still like them anyways. This film was cute. It was really cute. It could fit in very well. Whoever wrote it has immense talent in writing musicals. I think they'll have a long career ahead of them because it's a very tough thing to do, and to actually keep attention and to keep that classical musical tone that people really like. It's different. It's cute. It was funny while being serious at the same time. It's one of those things that very much makes you laugh, because what else are you going to do? It pulled at all the heartstrings.
Interesting musical. I really like the musical vibe, the singing performances, one dialogue and then singing, and another dialogue and singing, and how this man and this woman meet through the usage of using play card, and basically this guy is looking for the Queen of Hearts until he finally finds her. So I think it was a very nice story, very well done, very well told, but above all, very well performed. I mean, the main character singing is absolutely brilliant, and it was great to see this relationship developing.